high-caliber athletes, and that all starts with Maddie Epke for James Madison, the leader in the draw circle, and she just does everything.
Yeah, I mean, you took the words right out of my mouth. I mean, miss all everything from draw controls to scoring goals, assists. Maddie, you know, obviously.
This is also a really young team for UVA. Let's take a look at the starting lineups. First on the side for James Madison, Maddie Waybrecht, Ava Bleckley, Carolyn Thistlewaite.
Positive contributor from the sideline.
Yeah.
She has deserved her time in between the pipes, and she is taking advantage of it.
All right, battle for the draw. It's going to be Maddie Epke and Kate.
You were talking about this. Lacrosse is such an interesting game of runs. You know, JMU has experience starting out with a lead, starting out from behind. You talked about UVA being at a deficit against Duke and then coming back, and they start out tonight in the opposite way. Good feed and finish, opposite post.
Yeah, and that was Sofredo. 2 quick goals for UVA. It's goal number 5 for the freshman out of Rye, New York.
There's a lot of New Yorkers on this
Yes,
University of Virginia roster. My home state.
I didn't know that.
Yeah.
To be specific, it is 9 players.
Kinks at Epke with the draw. Some other teams have watched film and come up with some strategies to help ensure that the draw control is a more level playing field.
Here's Jenna DiNardo. Addie Foster, she's already created 1 goal for the Cavaliers.
Of this defensive unit.
You had Thistlewaite, and then you also had Bleckley, who was in on the mix defending. This is Bleckley. You got 2 Bleckleys on the Dukes. Nice pass to Derry, and James Madison's on the board.
That is what and where.
Moving it around the horn. There's Olivia Matthews, the outstanding freshman for the Dukes, who has put the whole world on watch. Nice pass from Madison, but better defense from UVA. It was ripped clean by Olivia Bruno. And now James Madison gets it back. Against Duke, had 5 saves, allowed 3 goals. So you have 2 teams that have used 2 goalkeepers.
It's a game of runs, and sometimes you just need, you know, the game is just getting faster and faster. Yeah. The women's game is getting faster and faster. And sometimes you just need to give a goalkeeper a mental break, or you need.
Already, both sides have played UNC. Pass inside, flicked up by Matthews, but blocked by Josephson.
Really good save by Josephson, but I think I say this almost every game. My head coach, Dee McDonough, I know you're listening into this. Well, or unless you're probably in the stands, but we've been playing against each other in club tournaments, you know, for many years. And when you're playing against or with as teammates, and then you make the decision when, you know, someone goes one way, someone goes another way, and then you're facing them for 4 years.
Good looking chance for UVA, drifting inside, and Moyer steps in for Shelly Clays. But you also had Sonia LaMonica, who was over with Towson for an extended period of time. So they've seen plenty of each other, and Coach LaMonica joked with me saying that, you know, they've both had their fair share of good results.
Doesn't mean, obviously, that the Dukes aren't keeping it close.
Kate Galka's got records of her own in the draw control statistic. We talked about Epke, all-time record for the Dukes. Well, Kate Galka set the UVA freshman record with 97 draw, 20 goals scored in total. That was the highest mark they've put on this season. There's Maggie Clark. Derry. The double team, and the foul is going to be called on Abby Manilang. Or rather, UVA picked to finish 3rd in the preseason poll of the ACC. Here's a dangerous threat. Sofredo going to back it out. Gallica opens it up.
Advantage, and she's just shooting that point blank on the crease.
Second goal of the game for Sofredo. Just a freshman. Most of the players you're going to see score will be freshmen or sophomores for the Cavaliers.
Dukes are really needing a draw control here to settle things down and stop. can see the Cavaliers are extending their defense a little bit, applying some pressure, but the Dukes have now settled in.
This is also game number 900 for the JMU lacrosse program.
Such a cool thing. It's 900 games. It's pretty amazing.
Yeah.
I'm pretty sure. I don't think that Bleckley saw that ball as it came to her. That was probably not the best choice on a pass over there, but the Dukes are back defending again.
Straight down the middle, Kate Gallica takes it herself in plenty of room.
We don't need to do anything we haven't done all season, but we need to do what we can do, what we're capable of right now before this gets away from us before the half.
So I mentioned the first quarter being a struggle for JMU. As far as this season goes, when you look at the splits, the second quarter has been their best, a +11 margin. This is Alaimo, a name we have not called yet, but Alaimo has been so impressive for UVA, the sophomore out of New York. You see the scrum.
Yeah, Reese Cuviello kind of threw that transition ball away last time. She tried to do it herself this time. To be fair, the Dukes were lucky to have gotten away with getting this.
You also have Bree Manella playing that X spot for the Dukes.
Looks like Olivia Madison, while she wasn't going to goal, she passed that down low. I do think, yeah, Alex Riley was pretty open there for a second. JMU is not communicating well on the Cavalier cutters. The Cavaliers are doing a great job of making explosive cuts against the 8-meter, and the JMU defense, is especially woman down, is going to have to adapt.
This one has been so decorated in regards to draw control. She even set a Team USA record with 110 draw controls.
Going back, it'd be good to see Epke try to re-attack. Trying a little bit of that there. Clark tries to thread the needle there. A good knockdown by the Cavaliers defense.
Pass inside, flicked, but Josephson is there. Mel Josephson, you can't. Matthews. Seems like such a cohesive back line almost for the entirety of this second quarter until Matthews ripped the first goal.
Cavaliers are chasing this ball, which should mean the 8-meter should be wider open, but you see the JMU attack is really spread out.
Yeah. You also see a few new faces right now for through the middle.
Not really sure how that wasn't a foul, but you know, for someone who played the game, you think I'd have a better understanding of the rules, but you know, I still struggle a bit.
Now the Cavaliers on the break. The Dukes were chasing, at least from what I've heard here, Nora, of really, really good play from Josephson in the cage, but also maybe a few missed opportunities for the Dukes.
Yeah, I mean, not just Josephson in the cage, but a defense that is really limiting quality scoring opportunities.
And that's going to do it for the first half of play.
And finish. You know, otherwise you got to find somebody else who can do that for you.
Now, somebody we have not mentioned is Kate Miller. Kate Miller is not playing right now for UVA in this game, but she was a preseason All-ACC Dukes team. 6 goals stepping into this game. And here's arguably the most important battle, Gallica versus Epke on the draw.
You know, the other thing that you talk about, just when you can win the draws and you are in possession, you know, I don't want to say you get complacent, but Maddie Epke has won so many draws for the Dukes this season. A woman up at a time where it would be great for the Dukes offense to get a little bit of a run with goals here.
Oh, this is a big, big opportunity for James Madison. A woman up for the Dukes. They've already picked up a goal via Olivia Mattis. Around the horn, and Gallica, they've been battling it out. This is such a good matchup in the draw circle. And Gallica comes away with it. I mean, It is so much fun watching those two compete.
Played at Conestoga and may even be, I don't know, Gick, if you're out there listening, I think may even be coaching up that way.
Kate Gallica, who is 7th in the nation in draws per game, 1st in the ACC at 9.63. And of course, we've ordered.
Jordan Peterson was pretty open there, just timing wasn't right.
Epke. Here's Madison. She thought about a shot, passed it up to Derry.
Really good slides there by the Cavaliers that are not freshmen or sophomores. They're finding their role or their different role. You know, Brie Manila is a junior. She hasn't spent a lot of time playing X, but, you know, so she looks like she's getting a little bit more comfortable in that role. And, yeah, we'll see. We know the draw. Looked like the Duke slides and had gotten just cleaner and a little bit more pressured. The Cavaliers are going to have one right up the heart here.
It's going to be right down the middle for Alex Riley. The 2024 USA Lacrosse Jackie Pitts Award. Riley from the UVA defense and a foul called.
Yellow card.
And that's a big one. So now stepping off for UVA is Lara Kolegi. She is, I mean, arguably one of the best defenders on this team for the Cavaliers. She's going to sit out with a yellow card. I think that's what was called. So it's not going to be a goal for the Cavaliers. The shot clock was under 10. I mean, that is my best guess at what was called. We apologize for not having you what we know is the for sure call. But what we do.
I think JMU might have been trying to sneak an extra player on the field.
Well, good eye by our officials. Time winding down here in the third, 27 seconds. We've surveyed this battle all.
Maggie Clark comes up
Clark with the defense. Manalang did a great job for UVA to win the scrum, and Clark with a good trail.
And David, we have so many opposing coaches that we do interviews with that want to come in to play against JMU because of their fight.
And a really high IQ player, great vision and size, and just has great presence on the left side of the field. And the biggest thing she said was she's just growing more and more with her confidence as a young player. And that's the case for a lot of these Who's for UVA. Or a bit of frustration on the side of Maddie Epke because it's been a tough competition against Gallica. We'll see if she can use that, Epke can, to her favor and pick up what. In this fourth quarter, the senior steps up. She played the final 40 minutes against Duke last game, and she's looking to close things off in this one for the Cavaliers. What a moment. Matthews had the shot.
That was
oh, wow, and I didn't even see the tip.
Complete block by the Cavaliers.
In for the Cavaliers, a free position here. And the shot put in the cage.
That's going to end things for, end the chances for the Duke's comeback there. Perfectly executed by this Virginia Cavalier offense.
Yet again, it's Addie Foster who steps up in the
really brave comeback. The Cavaliers really deserve to walk away with the W tonight.
UVA will now set their sights on Pitt. They'll also play Syracuse after that. And the heat of ACC play is upon the Who's for James Madison. Their next matchup will be against Old Dominion.